Hello everyone, so we are going to do a lesson on translations today. So a translation is a vertical and or horizontal shift. So it is moving up or down and left or right. So when we write this symbolically, we start with some point. And we are going to shift that point using our x and y values. So we do a little arrow saying that we did a transformation. And then I take the x value, I'm either going to add to it or subtract from it. So the symbol that means we add or subtract is a plus sign with a little line under it. That means we could add or we could subtract. I'm going to put a little line here saying we would fill that in with a number. Then I'm going to do a comma. And I do the exact same thing for y. I could have y and then plus or minus some value. I close out my parenthesis. Basically what this means is we could have x plus or minus some amount. That means that we either shift to the left, and I would shift to the left if we were subtracting, and I would shift to the right if we had an addition sign. So if this is plus, I go right. If it's minus, I go left. Same idea for y. I have y plus or minus some value. I would shift upward. If it was plus, I would shift downwards if it was minus. So if this is plus, I go up. If it's minus, I go down. So the numbers that get filled in those blanks are the amount that we move. So when I have this, x plus 1, the x controls left and right. So if I'm adding 1, I'm going to go right 1. And if I have plus 7 for the y, that means y controls up and down, plus is up, so I'm going to go up 7. Same idea when I come over here. I have x minus 2. X controls left and right, so if I subtract 2, I'm going left 2. Y controls up and down. So if I have plus 10, I'm going up 10. For our next part here, I have x minus 4. Minus 4 means I go left 4 because x controls left and right. For my y value, y controls up and down, so if I'm subtracting it, I go down 5. Last one here, I just have an x. So this would be like doing x plus 0, x minus 0. I'm not moving at all, basically. So you can write nothing, you can write plus 0, or you can write no movement. My y, on the other hand, does move. So I'm doing plus 5 here. That means I am going up 5. Alright, now let's actually do this on a shape. So remember, when we have shapes here, we name them by the letters. So we have A, B, C, and I am translating A, B, C by these amounts. So x plus 3 is telling me I'm going to go right 3. Y minus 5 is telling me I am going to go down 5. So I need to take this whole shape, move right 3, move down 5. The way we do that is we start at a point. Say I start at A. I count how far I need to go right and how far down I need to go. So I count 1, 2, 3 to the right, and I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. This is the new location of our point. And I label this with an A. And since it is our new point, we always label the new points with a little prime. Remember, that's our apostrophe. So this is A prime. I do the exact same thing with every other point in this triangle. So right 3, 1, 2, 3. Down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So B is now right here. This is B prime. Same idea with C. I go right 3. Down 5. and I label that with a C prime. Then I take a ruler and I connect my points so that I make a triangle just like the one I started with. Your triangle should be very similar in shape. If it looks very, very different, you need to check and make sure that you counted correctly. Okay, let's try number 2. So in number 2, it actually tells us in words what we're going to do. So translate LMN, left 3 units and up 1 unit. So I need to go left 3, then up 1. So I do the exact same thing. I start with a point, say I start with L, and I count left 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I go up 1 block, 1. That is my new location of L, so I label that L prime. Now N, I go left 3, 1, 2, 3, I go up 1, it's right there. That is my new location of M. That's M prime. Oh, sorry, that is N, N prime. Lastly, I take my point M, I go left 3, and I go up 1. This point right here is M prime. I connect those points with my ruler. And that triangle should be very similar to the one you started with. Alright, take a second to finish off if you aren't finished already, and then we're going to go to the next page. On the next page here we have 3. So again we have our symbolic notation. Let's write down what that means. So we are not going to move it all in the x direction, but we're going to go down 7 in the y direction. So I need to take all my points and go down 7. So maybe I start with x and I count down 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And my new point for x is right there. That's x prime. Then I go down for y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's my new point for y prime. Same thing for w and z. Go down 7. Here's z prime. And here's w prime. Okay, you connect all of your points with a line. And since our shapes look very similar and we put it in the right location, we are all done. Oh wait, number 4. 4 is all words. So in 4, it says triangle ABC has vertices. So remember on a vertice, if we have a triangle, the vertices are the places where the sides come together. So in this triangle, this could be A, this could be B, and this could be C. We have points. A is at 5, 7, B is at 8, 0, and C is at -3, -6. So I want to know what the new coordinates will be after we translate right 3 down 4. So let's think about what that means. If I was to write this in symbolic form, right 3 would mean I'm doing my x value plus 3. That's how I'm going to get my new coordinate for my x's. I'm going to take all the x's in these points, I'm going to add 3. Down 4 means I take all my y values, I subtract 4. So I take all the y values of my points and I subtract 4. Okay, so A was 5, 7. So I'm going to take the 5, I'm going to add 3, I get 8. And then I take my 7, I subtract 4, I get 3. Remember, we're doing this because we started with 5 and we said write 3, so I have to add 3 to that. We started with 7, we said we're going down 4, so I have to subtract 4 from that. Once I have my numbers, I need to make it look like a point, so it needs to go in parentheses with a comma between them. For the rest of the points, B was at 8. If we add 3, 8 plus 3 gives me 11. And then the y value was 0, so I'm doing 0 minus 4. That's negative 4. And then I put my parentheses and my comma. Last one, I have negative 3 plus 3. That gives me 0. And negative 6 minus 4, that gives me negative 10. Put everything in parentheses. I put a comma between them. Okay. I now would like you to try 5, 6, 7, and 8 on your own. Pause the video now and do those, and then we'll talk about them. Okay, number 5, we're going to take all of our points. We're going to go right 5 from that x plus 5. And we're going to go down 4 from the y minus 4. So take your points, right 5, down 4. I'm going to start with r, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's r prime. A prime, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. A prime. T. It's going to be right here. And then C. Here's C prime. I take my ruler, make the lines. And then I'm done. Same idea with 6. Left 2, up 7. So I take U, 1, 2, and then up 7. Here's U prime. Here's P prime and T prime. Take my ruler, connect all the lines. Okay, and that's how that should look when you are done. On to the next page. So we have x plus 6, y. This means we need to go right 6, and we don't need to move anywhere up or down because our y is plus 0. So I take all my points and I go 6. So C is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here is C prime. A is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's A prime. Finally T prime, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to end up right where A was. I take my ruler. I draw my lines. Finally, 8, it's the same idea as 4. I'm going to take a rectangle. It has its A, B, C, D with vertices. Here, A is at negative 6, 8. B is 8, 8. C is 8, negative 1. D is negative 6, negative 8. I want to know the new coordinates after translation of left 7, up 10. So remember, left 7 is taking x, subtracting 7. Up 10 is taking y, adding 10. So I'm going to do A. Negative 6 minus 7 is negative 13. 8 plus 10 is 18. Remember that all goes in parentheses with a comma between them. 8 minus 7 is negative 1. And then 8 plus 10 is 18. 8 minus 7 again. Oh, sorry, 8 minus 7 is positive 1. Get rid of that negative sign. 8 minus 7 is 1. Negative 1 plus 10 gives me 9. Finally, negative 6 minus 7 is again negative 13. Negative 1 plus 10 gives me 9. So those should be the values of your new coordinates. If you want me to check 9 or 10, please let me know. Otherwise, have a great day.